Rick and I, before doing this show, which is why I don't ever promise you guys a noon or a 10 or 11 o'clock.
12 or 1 o'clock.
Is we watched The Meg. We watched this trailer. I made us watch this trailer a few weeks ago. I'm a big shark person. For as long as I can remember. It was actually kind of weird. So for a while, almost every summer, pretty much every summer, since I was like, I don't know how old, we used to go to Hawaii. Every summer. And somehow I would always be in Hawaii at the same time as Shark Week. And as a little kid, I'm talking like I'm maybe 5 years old or younger. I'd be flipping around TV and I'm like, oh, I want to watch that. Like in my head, I'm like, I want to watch that shark show that's on in the hotel in Hawaii, only in Hawaii, you know? And so that's how I learned about Shark Week. And then obviously as I got older, I found out that Shark Week, you know, is a thing. And I watch Shark Week every year. I've always been kind of fascinated by sharks, just cause I don't know. They're beasts, man. Like I like sharks. So, anyways, pretty much anything shark related I have to consume or I try to consume, and this particularly grabs my attention too because it's about Megalodon. And do you know a little bit about Megalodon? At all?
Not really. I thought it was like I thought it was like a fantasy type of.
No, Megalodon is a real shark that actually existed.
See, I didn't know that.
You really didn't know that?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I thought I knew about Megalodon, but I thought that was
it's like
Godzilla.
No, it's a real thing.
Or whatever type of.
It existed like in prehistoric times, like when the dinosaurs
crazy.
lived and stuff. Like it's crazy.
That's a huge fucking shark then.
Well, let me show you like that. Like just.
I mean, we watched the movie. Kind of.
No.
Told you
let me show
how
you.
big it is and.
Let me show you so you can see. But while I'm anyways, I'm gonna pull this up. But talk about the Meg.
Yeah, the Meg. The movie stars Jason Statham. I can't say his last name.
Just Statham.
Rainn Wilson, Bing Lee, and who else is in this? Oh, a hero from Heroes. Ruby Rose is in it too. That's right. But yeah, I kind of really liked the movie.
Why are you surprised? Don't be
I mean,
surprised.
because as I was watching it, like, there's some ridiculous shit in this movie, and it's one of those that kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that it's entertaining, and like you can tell what's gonna happen beat for beat, but they do it in a way that makes it fun, and no matter like. I don't know. I thought it was cheesy and kind of dumb, but at the same time, it was very entertaining, mostly because of the actors that are in this movie. The actors definitely brought it out.
So I'm going to respond to you, but let me show you this real quick. So that's a legitimate Megalodon shark tooth.
Wow.
That's a fossil. These have been found. This is how we know they exist, in the same way that there's like fossils of dinosaurs. Some of them are 6 inches. They've found some that have been 7 inches. So one tooth.
Jesus Christ.
That's one tooth. So this is a real thing, and these teeth are like that's a replica, but that's because they exist. Like that's a tooth. One tooth.
I'll put up pictures here.
From a shark.
Damn, that's crazy.
So everything you're seeing in the movie is based off of it's based on these sharks were supposedly like 60 feet or more.
Damn, man.
And it was like it's insane. So that's why I was attracted to this movie, because I'm, of course, somebody that wants to hope and believe that they still exist, you know, because I'm just like, well, we've hardly explored our oceans, you know, like, you know.
And the way they kind of explain it in this movie, I think is fucking genius.
Well, I think that's super fascinating because, because people talk all the time. It's like, oh, well, if that still existed, we would know. You know, like ships would be capsized all the time, and like we'd see big carcasses of whales show up all the time, and I just think, I'm like, okay, true, but again, I forget what it is, but they say like we've explored less than like 5%. I forget what the percentage is, but we've explored like very little of our oceans. There's parts that we can't go to because they're too deep and the pressure and all this other stuff. Right. So I'm just like, I get it. I get that the science says that they probably don't exist, but of course, me being a big shark person and wanting to believe that this is still out there, I tend to get excited over the premise of this movie, where they go down in the Mariana Trench, and that's believed to be the deepest part of the ocean. But then they have a theory that it's not really the deepest part of the ocean. That there's actually that it actually goes further. I'm like, I'm captivated. So to respond to something that you said, I think the trailer for this movie does it a disservice, because I think the trailer, and some of it has to do with the music they played during the trailer, makes you think you're seeing a super tongue-in-cheek, like Sharknado-esque movie.
That's true. It makes you think that. Because
when you watch the movie, it doesn't feel like a parody. It feels like, no, they're all taking this seriously, but the beast that they're wrestling with is a big-ass megalodon. Is a big-ass shark, and not Godzilla, and not King Kong. You know what I mean? But at no point do I feel like we're watching, like, Scary Movie or something, like a parody movie, or like Naked Gun, or Sharknado. You're right? And so I think that's why you probably had that same attitude of, like you said, I'm kind of surprised how much, because I think the movie did. Like, there's some parts that are a little tongue-in-cheek, but otherwise, for the most part, the movie did take itself seriously.
Like, between Jaws and Sharknado, this thing is way closer to Jaws than Sharknado.
Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like it might fall somewhere in line.
Not that with, close, but it's close.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, like, I think people only think of it as like a parody because, like, oh, Megalodon doesn't exist anymore and blah, blah, blah. And it's like this big beast of a shark. But, like, how is that different than, say, like, the first Cloverfield? Where the first Cloverfield is about this big thing that's attacking a city. You never see what it is. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't think people take that as, like, a tongue-in-cheek, like, parody movie. But I think the trailer for this movie makes it seem like, this is supposed to be kind of like, don't take it seriously. This is like Sharknado, but with Megalodon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's true, because there are some moments in this movie that actually have heart.
Yeah, the movie has a ton. Like, the movie to me feels like it's a fucking action movie. Like, there's action, and there's people there's drama, they're in trouble. Like, it doesn't feel like a joke. And I think the trailer made it seem like, this movie's going to be kind of like, tongue firmly planted in cheek. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why you left it feeling like, wow, I like that more than I expected to. Because I went into it also thinking like, this is going to be fun because I like sharks, but it's probably going to be a little silly. And it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Like, the parts that were silly or funny were because they were supposed to be. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I like some of the homages they did to, like, Jaws, and it was fun. I mean, there are just some lines in there too that are so, like, cliche and bad, but somehow, like,
I mean, of course,
I found it fun.
I mean, of course, like, there's some.
Like, the one that really bugs me is the having the computer person who knows everything. Oh, so you want me to hack into this? And it's like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah, but
those computer parts, like, in every movie, just kind of bug the shit out of me.
I feel like
so cliche.
Yeah, I feel like those lines exist in almost every movie now.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
I mean, like, you want to know how hard I cringe while watching the Venom trailer, and that last part, and he talks about, like, you're just nothing but like a turd or whatever he says, and I'm just like, what? And then no, the one that's worse is fucking Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
Every line in that's like it's like, hey, I'm gonna go kick some ass. Like, there's literally lines like that now that are in that trailer that are so bad. That was only the second time the trailer came on before the Meg. That was only my second time watching that trailer, and because I like James Wan, I tried to give it more of a chance. And maybe the movie is good and the trailer's just fucking awful, but I can't get past the lines that that Aquaman says. Yeah. Throughout that trailer that just come off like just super cringy. So not in defense of this, but that exists, I think, in almost every movie now. You know?
For sure. Yeah.
Is your perspective change even more about this movie now that you know that this is based on a real shark? That, like, this is a real thing. Your big thing about your big thing about The Conjuring is, like, you like that it's based in truth. The Megalodon existed.
Yeah, that I didn't know.
Like,
so, like, it does, like,
the great white is an ancestor of the Megalodon.
God, that's why this whole movie is like the reason why you don't go swimming in the ocean. Sharks, fucking sharks.
But seeing, like, that tooth, like, doesn't that tooth trip you out? One tooth That's one.
Yeah, I know.
Being bigger than your hand. Like, it's insane. That's why, that's why I'm so fascinated by Megalodon and won't wish it was still alive. I want it to be out there.
We also got a giant squid, too.
Yeah, we did. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, too. That's such a cool thing, you know, like, to think about. Like, wow, like, here you are in what you are perceiving as the deepest place that there is. But it turns out it actually goes deeper, and you don't know that because maybe you just haven't had the tech to be able to go down that far, and you've never explored it. You go down there, and you're seeing a whole other world. Yeah. Like, I get excited. Like, I get, like, giddy with excitement thinking about it.
No, it's true. Like, you know, exploring places that have never been explored before. Like, I like that. You know?
I mean, because who the fuck knows what's all in the ocean, man? Like, it's crazy. It's insane.
There's probably tons of species that we still
there absolutely
millions
is.
Of species.
Because there's so many places we can't go.
Just like with space.
With space, too. But, I mean, it's... I don't know. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought the movie was fun. I mean, I like sharks. That was almost kind of a given. But, yeah. The Diaport says Cthulhu is waiting there for us. It's a very strong possibility. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, you have to go out into theaters and you have to go check this out. But, you know, if you just like going to the movies and you have any sort of an interest in sharks or Megalodon at all.
Or if you have Movie Pass or A+, what is it?
Stubbs A-list. Yeah.
Definitely.
If you're one of the few that still is hanging on to Movie Pass. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I will say I liked it way more than I thought I would because... To me, like I said already at the top of this review, the trailer did it a complete disservice.
Yeah, the trailer wasn't good.
I don't want to say the trailer wasn't good. It wasn't good.
It's
misleading. Yeah, it was a disservice. Yeah. Like I'm just like I think the movie is more than that. You know. So.
And everyone did a great job. Rainn Wilson, fucking awesome. I love Rainn Wilson.
Do you?
His comedic approach to all this was funny.
What else is he in?
He's in The Office.
Okay, that's why. Yeah. I don't watch The Office.
I love The Office. So.